Welcome back. How are you? I hope you're doing well. This week it's commission week. Hey, before I start, do you like my t-shirt? I tried to sell t-shirts on Etsy a while ago, and well, years ago actually. I'll talk about that another time, but this is just a very old, loved t-shirt. Yeah, as I said, this week it's commission week, and I've got a lovely commission to do. Honestly, it's great fun. I usually do cats and dogs, but occasionally I do something a bit different, and I'll just tell you what it is. It's a sheep. I'm going to paint a sheep, and I've done these sheep. It's a herd of sheep that are owned by Natalie, and well, for a few years now, she's asked me to do a portrait of a particular one, and I've done quite a few. So I'll put them here. So hopefully you can get the idea of where she's coming from and what we're going to do. This one is quite a young ewe called Tina, and she's so cute. And I'm really looking forward to her. We haven't decided on what we're going to do yet, but hopefully it's going to be something fun. So if you like the sound of that, stick with me, and we'll see how it progresses during the week. I'll see you in a bit. So here's a quick time lapse of me painting the mock-up. I always like to do a mock-up and then send it to the client, so then the client can decide if they like the direction it's going in. As it turned out, she wasn't that keen on the headband, so we changed that. So the painting's finished, and oh, you are a hot dog. It is such a hot day today. I'll just put it down because you are going to explode, aren't you? There we go. And I need to wrap it up and get it ready for posting. So I thought we'd, I'm just in the dining room at the moment, but I thought we could walk through, and I was going to show you a bit of the bottom of the garden, because I'm hoping in a couple of weeks, Jason's booked some time off. Now I've got to just explain, Jason, my partner, we've been together for over 15 years, and he's a building control surveyor, and he likes to do things kind of properly. And because we live in Ironbridge, there's subsidence occasionally, and so at the bottom of the garden we've dug a big hole, and basically we were going to fill it with concrete, and this is his idea, to stop the land sort of slipping a bit, because it could easily slip and go into the fence and go into next door. So he's hoping that putting like a lock of cement in will prevent that from happening. But we've only got as far as digging the hole, which we dug last year, and it's one of those things that I'm just thinking, this is going on for far too long. So I'm hoping that we're going to get it done in a couple of weeks. He's actually booked a week off work so he can order the cement, and he wants to do it himself. His dad is, I think he's 75, and he's a bricklayer. He works as a bricklayer today, you know, it's amazing. So I was kind of hoping he'd come and help, but I don't think he's going to. So hopefully that's going to get done next week. But I just thought I'd show you, because it's very weedy, and there's the whole garden. We've done, when we first moved in, we changed a lot, and there were some really nice bits, but there were some overgrown bits and neglected bits, and it's, you know, it was a bit of a building yard, because they were going to build a conservatory onto the garden, but then they couldn't get planning permission. So instead of getting rid of the bricks, he just kept the bricks and all the cement they had for it, and a rusty old cement mixer. So over time, I've been using those bricks around the garden, which is quite handy. But I'll just take you on a little stroll. Now, my neighbours are outside, so we'll just have a look and go and just have it to music rather than me talking, because I don't want them to hear me. Okay, so let's maybe get yourself a drink. I'm always having drinks, honestly. I live on tea and coffee, which is why my teeth aren't quite so white. But I can hear Bailey outside as well, so it'll be good for him to see us, because then he just gets a bit, you know, where is everybody? I can hear you, I want some attention. What dog doesn't do that? Well, probably a lot of them don't, but he does for sure. So yes, let's go. No more chatting, let's just go. I didn't want you to get motion sickness, so I've speeded up the camera a bit. If you do begin to feel ill, look away. So yes, into the studio, and I'll show you. Oh, excuse me, just sipping my coffee. I seem to run out of voice when I do these videos, but I'll show you the commission, and here it is. So she's got a. I'll try and see the village. We had to kind of go through a couple of phases because she wasn't 100% sure about. She thought a headband might be sweet, but it didn't look quite right. So she went for a flowery crown instead, which is much better. And because it's only a young one, I think it suits her really well. So yeah, so she's very pleased and it's marvellous. So I'm going to wrap her up probably today and send her out on Monday. So that's very good. What a good start to next week. I do love to post a painting, but I'll just show you in here. Look, I started a new painting. This is a fox. When I went to see my friends a couple of weeks ago, oh gosh, they had such a beautiful fox just jump into the garden, and I was just like, how on earth does it get in, because there's no access, but they're really good at jumping and they can jump up quite high. I was really surprised because they come from next door. They've got a big, I think it's like a bike shed or something that they jump on top of, and then they leap down into the gardens and jump over the fences. So I just thought that's a really lovely idea. I sort of, having like a single fox on a tree stump or something. And then I thought that would look good, having sort of several in a row, I thought that might be quite a good idea for a painting. So I'm sort of doing this. I'm not sure. It's only started it yesterday, so I'm not 100% sure. And I don't know, I'll probably do something else, but I've got to rein it in, honestly. Do you know, I keep this budgie thing that I started doing for the exhibition in September. I think the problem is because it's so long, so far away, it's given me too much time to change my mind. So I've done these ones, and I've done another one here, and he's quite fun. I like him. And I was thinking we could have just this one in the middle and 3 either side going up the sides. But I'm already beginning to change my mind, which is seriously not good. I've got to stop doing it. I've got to have an idea and just stick with it and work with it rather than be so flighty. So, yes, I'm having a strict word with myself. But there we are. There we have it for today. I'll just say goodbye and spin this around again. Well, I hope you didn't get too dizzy or feel too sick watching that video. It's quite difficult trying to make motion. I mean, I don't know. I've got the gear and no idea, you know, but I'll get there eventually. Hope, fingers crossed. Anywho, that's it for this week. I'm going to go off to B&Q now because I want to put a shelf up in the utility room, and they're quite pricey, and I thought surely I can just buy a plank of wood and get some nice brackets. I'll do that. So I'm going to go off and do that now. And and before I do that, I'm going to go to a printmaking exhibition just down the road from me in Jackfield. It's by the Tile Museum. You know, if you ever fancy a little breakaway or you know, a holiday, come to Ironbridge. It's so beautiful. It is like just a fantastic place, and it's a gorge. So you've got the river running through it, and you could see the trees in the background there. It is so lovely and picturesque. I'm going to do a little walk to the post office, I think, when I get this painting wrapped up. So I think I'll end it here because my neighbours started hammering. So Bailey's going mad. He's come up and he's going mad in his basket. So don't forget, cheeky thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. I'm going to keep doing them, so hopefully the quality will just get better and better. And subscribe if you fancy following on and seeing what I do week by week. It won't just be paintings, and it will be mostly paintings though, but hopefully there'll be some little DIY things in the house, and when I go to an exhibition, I'll record some of this printmaking exhibition that I'm going to. So yeah, so hopefully it'll be varied. Anyway, you take care of yourself, and I look forward to seeing you next time. See you later then. Bye.